Today I'm going to do a quick little review on the boots I bought for my wife. These are the CRISPI Skarvens, the Evo ladies boot. And I bought them for my wife because she had been using the Under Armour Gore-Tex boots, Gore-Tex line boots. And I just felt like the last time we were hunting, she needed something with a little more insulation in it. People will tell you different things about whether or not you should have insulation on a hiking boot, something that you're going to hike or hunt in, due to the foot sweating and moisture. I bought these boots for her, and she's done them on the treadmill a couple times, and I just wanted to go over, the things she likes about them, one of the reasons why we got them for her. Again, these are Skarven. They're 800 grams of insulation. As you can see, they're made in Italy, handmade. They're quite thick all the way down with insulation, so the boot is a tad bit thicker than the standard boot, like her non-Gore-Tex Under Armour, which, she'll still keep these, but she's had a few years in these. And they just have standard insulation. And the problem with those is, her feet would get a little bit cold when we'd stop for glassing or whatnot. And of course, we always use these PDAGs. These are a new set I just bought for her. The PDAGs are made in Germany, and they have a merino wool liner that goes against your foot, so it absorbs the sweat and moisture from your foot from the bottom. And then the reflective material that keeps the cold from penetrating the bottom of the boot, makes your feet a lot warmer. Believe it or not, these work really well. I always replace these every year, get a new pair. We don't walk in with these in. You could, but what we do is we carry them in our pack. They're real lightweight. Stick them in our pack, and then we stick them in the boot, and we stop let some of the moisture vent from the boot, especially me, because I usually walk in with 1,000-gram insulated boot when I go in the cold weather, when there's snow on the ground and whatnot, late season. So we do these PDAGs from Germany. They're like $8. Put them inside the boot. Well, I just felt last year she got a little cold with the snow in the mountains when we were up there, the year before, I should say. And so this year I decided to go ahead and purchase these for her. So far she loves them. She's had them on the treadmill a couple times. They fit true to size. The quality of these boots is amazing. I mean, they're just like the Canatrex, made in Italy. Really well made, put together. I forgot to take that paper tag off the back. She's walked in these already twice in the treadmill. Real good boots. Got the Vibram sole on them. They got the last all the way around, protected, the rand, I should say. What bad can I say about these boots? Really nothing. Full leather, you have to break them in, of course. Unlike the standard, when you have a boot that's mostly all fiber like this, it doesn't take as much break-in time. These just have the lower synthetic leather on the bottom, and these have all real leather all the way around the top and going on up. So of course you're gonna have to break them in. It'll take a little longer, but she's working on that already on the treadmill, getting them ready. 800 grams of insulation is a lot of insulation if you're gonna walk in a lot. But we're older folk, and so our feet don't sweat as much as younger persons. So people will say, well, you shouldn't use that much insulation, but I've always used 1,000-gram. Even when I was younger in the military, I'd use an insulated boot when go to Alaska or wherever, military. The only time I wouldn't wear an insulated boot is when I was, going in a jungle situation, like we went to Panama or other places where it's hot, or the desert, of course, you wear a desert boot. But otherwise, if it's, cold weather, mountain weather, I'll wear an insulated boot because my feet don't sweat like a lot of people have a tendency to do. So it's individual preference, but for my wife, being older, and we only walk, maybe our max walking is like 5 to 6 miles at our age. Packing an elk or a mule deer out at anything more than that is, we don't have mules, we don't have llamas, we don't have horses, so I'm doing it on my back, so I'm not going to go any deeper than that. So just thought I'd run these by you and see what you thought. So far I'm liking these boots, and my wife's loving them. She's been walking in them for a couple times at the treadmill, and just thought I'd give a video on them and let y'all see what they look like. Thanks.